I want to share a theory that I have based on, I don't know, maybe a year on YouTube of looking at, let's say, spiritual awakening type videos. And I think it's very interesting what is happening. That the algorithm is actually working in your favor, okay? So we talk a lot about the YouTube algorithm, and if you don't know how it works, they see what you watch and they try to predict the next thing you're going to watch. Basically, to try to keep you watching as much as possible, to watch as many ads as possible. But here's what I think is happening, and this has happened to me a few times, is I think that it is stratifying, I think is the word. It's separating the various levels of spiritual awakenings that are possible. And it's being reinforced by the choices of videos you're choosing to watch. What I mean is, let's say you're at the beginning of your journey. You're most likely going to see videos that have resonated for people at the beginning of their journey. And that means that every now and then, YouTube is going to throw you something a little out of the ordinary. It might show you something from like way, way further along, okay, that you might not be ready for. And if you try to watch it, it won't make sense at the level that you're at. But if it comes back a month later, 3 months later, 6 months later, and something about that same title, you remember it from before, you go, what was this about? I'm going to watch this. And then it makes sense because you've progressed. It's the same video. And so I think what this means is that effectively YouTube is organizing into a pretty solid way to make sure that the videos you're seeing do resonate for you. And that's really the biggest thing. So some of the titles that you look at now, you're like, oh, that seems crazy. I'm not interested in that. Keep an open mind because maybe later you will be. I think it's really interesting. I know I've seen enough evidence in myself and a few other people to feel that I think this is how it's working. Because it does feel like there's a very consistent message happening for me now that seems to be right along the path that I'm on.